Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Infinite Magicraid. For today's video, I want to take a look at something special. We just had a new introduction for a really generous event where, I won't say sort of event, temporary event, where a lot of people have now got their very first Mythic Hero Conversion Stone. And what we're going to do for today's video is we're going to dive into what exactly does this do? How does this work? What do you lose? What do you keep? What happens with all the stuff? Let's figure it out. So we just had this wonderful handbook new reward system. It's amazing for new players. Keep in mind, if you're an endgame player, most of the stuff is not as exciting except for the mythic shards and the hero conversion stone. The other rewards are kind of aimed at a brand new account, which is awesome. They're doing a very good variety of new player and endgame player rewards and content changes, minus the dungeons. That's another story. But anyway, so here in the bag, we have one mythic hero conversion stone. So for one, it's not obvious how to use it. So how the hell do we use it? That's one thing to figure out too. But I'm actually here on Meteoroid's account. I did do his summons. We had 600 summons to do. So that'll be in a video coming up for the next few days. Stay tuned for that. That was crazy. We're going to have some fun though. And we're going to regress his Luna today. So if you want to take a look, Luna here. So she was used for him for the Force Mark Tower, but she's not as beneficial right now. He wants Ben Austin for his account. He'll get more use out of him overall. I mean, Ben's gonna go amazing with Lucifer, plus just everyone in general. Amazing for Guild Boss, amazing for a lot of things. So Luna isn't really needed for him. I mean, Luna isn't needed for most people, honestly. Even if you're pushing through a campaign trying to 3-star and you're dying a lot, honestly, just with Liz and Wim as your main supports, or like with Space sometimes, with Liz sometimes, with Wim, like mixing them out, or maybe someone like my Alahan that I love so much, or maybe now Santa, Nicholas. There's really not a need as much for Luna to be your first mythic hero with such good support heroes in the game. So I don't know, I feel like she might be more of an end game thing now instead of early game, because you can really use her in the really hard-hitting level dungeons or for arena's sake. So we're actually, we're going to regress her. But how do we do that? What happens with the stuff after? Let's do that and figure it out now. Let's see. So let's see if I can figure out where to, so okay. It's not obvious how to use the regression potion, right? So let's see, we talk about, what is she? She has exclusive 3, for one. Let's take a look at what she's got on her now. She has a couple pieces of gear here. Obviously, a couple pieces of gear. Well, everyone has gear. What am I saying? She's fully loaded with gear. Does she have a set number 2? No. Okay, just a set number 1. I want to see what happens with this gear, right? So does this act like a regression potion and all the gear comes off? We're going to answer a lot of like commonly asked questions today. We're going to see what happens to the gear. What about, well, we know emblems. We know with emblems with regression, they stay with that hero specifically. So we could assume if he gets Luna in the future again, he's going to still have a full load of emblems ready to go. We can assume that. Auras. So it looks like, let's see. He has 2 different auras. All right, let's take a look at what these are. So we have 10, 10, 3 for these. 3 number 4s. Are we going to get all of these disassembled and have these materials back? Or does the new hero we get the same auras? How does that work? I'm assuming a lot of it's going to work like a regression potion, but I actually could not find a content creator that showed a video using this. Maybe I didn't search well enough, but it should be easy to search this in the game and find it, right? So that's what we're doing today. We need to have proper videos for people trying to figure out how to do this. So let's see, if we go into the temple here. Oh, replace. Oh, so I think what we're going to do here is we are going to go to Luna, and we're going to hit replace, aren't we? Oh, that wasn't that bad. Okay, so we're going to replace Luna with Ben Austin. Now, it looks like we have a nice disclaimer down here, so it looks like we're going to have most of our questions answered. So let me read through his list of questions. So the guy for this account, along with this test, we wanted to see if we could answer some of his questions and just some thoughts that everyone might have in general. So he's like, does Guild Arena team disappear, or does it swap out for the new converted hero? We're gonna find out. This Guild Arena is happening now, and if I think there's one more. Does his Luna get replaced immediately with Ben Austin? Or does it keep the old team? Personally, I think Guild Arena is going to keep the old team, because I've seen if you awaken someone or change someone, it doesn't change them with Guild Arena. It copies like a timestamp of that moment. So I'm assuming even if you regressed a hero, crunched one for food, whatever, it'll still be the same original team. So personally, I think Luna is going to stay in his Guild Arena team. Does the exclusive swap over? Yes, I do already know that his exclusive 3 Luna is going to become an exclusive 3 Ben. Do the auras and gear swap? That's what I'm not 100% sure, which we're going to keep reading here. And then, do the upgrade materials get returned? Or do they just change to like a level 150 version? I think they just become a level 150 version. Let's see. All right, the star level, and the exclusive level of the hero have been inherited. Equipment and artifacts are all returned to the bag. There's our answer there. The consumed skill scrolls and emblem materials are returned. Oh, emblem materials? I mean, returning emblem materials. Emblems are specific for one hero. So I don't think they're technically returned, because I don't think we're going to have full emblems magically on Ben Austin. Or are we? I doubt that. Activated auras will be disassembled. Runestones and coins consumed for activating and upgrading the level will be returned. So most of it's okay. That pretty much answers everything, right? Most of the rest, this conversion stone acts like a regression potion. So that's really good to know. But let's take a look and just see. So we have to go unlock her in everything, though. Okay, so it's not going to just swap her out in a advanced arena or regular arena. You do have to actually get rid of them first, just like if you were doing a regression potion. Oop. Let's get rid of her. Okay. And the hero is locked. So now she's unlocked. All right. Yeah, I really think Guild Arena is just gonna stay as Luna as she was, right? It copies your account, so I think it doesn't really matter. But let's go ahead, let's do the conversion. Boom, we have a Ben Austin. Hey. All right, so let's check and see how his Ben Austin looks on his accounts. Congrats on getting a new Mythic hero. And then it says the same thing down here, just to reiterate that all of this is transferred, right? And okay, here we go. It's showing the scrolls are being returned, and so are the runestones. Just remember, guys, I do want to say this very clearly. Don't just regress someone willy-nilly. The reason he chose to regress him is because he already completely beat the Tower of Mark Force with Luna's help. So that's like one of the main things you'd want for her. Maybe also the Foresters she was part of. Oh, but he had no damage dealer there ready to go, so he didn't even bother with that one. That makes sense. Okay, didn't even worry about her for that. But let's go take a look. So that did add to our gallery bonuses. We do have a gallery bonus now. And looks like Ben Austin, let's see, emblems. We do not have emblems for Ben Austin because emblems are hero specific. Auras, it looks like those materials would have been returned from Luna. Yep. As you can see, we have number 4, only had 3. And now it has 43. So they definitely returned, just like it showed, all of the aura, or all of the emblems and whatnot. Woohoo! Alright, and let's take a look here. Skill up. Yeah, skills we have to upgrade from scratch, but we have the same amount we would have used from Luna, so I'll let him do that later. And then artifacts, we know those should have been returned as well. So like, I think, I didn't even actually remember, was that a speed boot or was that a feather set? I think it was a feather set. Let's take a look. Yeah, this feather set boot was the one on Luna. It's back in the bag, not on anyone. But Ben does have his level 150. He is an exclusive 3, just like Luna. You don't get the fragments back to decide, oh, but I want only an exclusive 1 instead of an exclusive 3 and use the fragments for someone else. Unfortunately, you can't do that, but it does make everything pretty clear. So I think that's pretty nice to see. But yeah, that was, I really appreciate, thank you to Meteoroid20 here for letting me test it out on his account and take a look to see how it looks when we actually do the transfer. Luckily, things are pretty cut and dry. It's just like a regression potion, pretty much. Oh, wait. One more thing, right? Guild Arena. You want to just double check. Just double check his team. Oh, I can't see because... Wait. Did he already do it? He already did it. So I can't see his team because he already did it. But I guess we can assume that it would stay Luna, honestly. Because when you're doing Guild Arena, it takes a copy of your registration phase. So it don't matter what you do to those heroes. They're still what they were, even if you get rid of them. Or make them better. So, yeah. That was cool. It looks like it's a pretty simple process, and you don't have to worry about losing anything except emblems, because they'll be stuck with that hero. Future Luna will already have emblems. You don't have to worry about auras, don't have to worry about disassembling them ahead of time, it'll do it later for you. So, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and yeah, just use them wisely, guys. Again, don't just use them because you have like a quick regret. I mean, maybe. If you really chose someone that was like, so okay, here's like one of my ideas. If I did not get Thanatos, I was gonna get Brynhild for the buff removal, right? I was going to get Brynhild for the buff removal, so maybe I would have used Brynhild to get through Tower of Mark with all the shield bosses. Once I'm done with the last shield boss, or at least maybe all of Tower of Mark with her, regress her, and then get Ben Austin. That's something I was thinking about doing myself, because as much as I know Ben Austin will be great for my guild boss and great with Lucifer and whatnot, I thought this might be the best one to push because Lucifer was also Force Mark. So I think that was my highest potential to finish Tower of Mark was with her. So that was just something I was thinking about doing. But overall, I mean, I can't really see many reasons overall besides maybe a Luna, like, because you don't really need her for most content these days. And maybe if you got someone like Madalena that's just not as exciting as like some of the others, or maybe if you had a poison team but now that's not your focus and you don't really need a poison comp anymore and you want to regress Nita, that could make sense, for example. But yeah, that's all for this video. I sort of rambled at the end, but I almost forgot to talk about some of those points. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you appreciated seeing that conversion live in action, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for some really fun summons that I did with Odd One Gaming on my live Twitch stream.